Hey everybody, it is Beth Quinn, the mental health manager for Harkness Head Start. I just wanted to pop on. I've had some stuff going around in my brain, which for those that know me know that that is a frequent occurrence. But I just wanted to take some time and kind of talk to you about it. I know that right now there's a lot of crazy going on in our world. We have the pandemic, which is dominating most of our thoughts and our minds and just really affecting our daily life. And I know that it's a big challenge for all of us. And I know that right now and in the past several months that it's regularly disrupting what we like to refer to as our normal life. I don't know about you guys, but I like my routine. I like getting up at a certain time every day, walking through my morning rituals that I like to have at home, that I like to do in the morning, drink my coffee, have my quiet time, do all those things before I take a shower and start getting ready for the day. And if something disrupts that, just even when the kid's getting up early or I have to get up at a different time, it throws my day off because I am a very regimented person. I like my schedule. And if you're like me, this has been challenging because, for several months we were home, totally off of our schedule. And then we all, if you're in the school system and your kids are in school, in late August, we kind of started back into our normal routine. But lately, because of the increase in numbers with the coronavirus, we're seeing more and more schools are quarantining people, more and more families are being asked to stay home, and that's disrupting, again, your routine and schedule. So that's something that's happened in my family. A week ago Sunday, I was sitting on my couch having Bible study on Zoom with my small group from church, and I received a message, a phone call that the kids and I had been exposed to the coronavirus. And when I got that notification, I couldn't think about anything else. It instantly froze me. And I remember there was a conversation going on in the Bible study, and the leader of the meeting asked me a question. And I unmuted myself and said, I have no idea what you're talking about or what's going on because I just received this news. So I'm going to log out of here because I'm not paying attention and I have other things to take care of right now. And I just left the meeting because in that moment, that's all I could think about. I was very unfocused. And then I kind of dealt with all that stuff, did the, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Those managerial things that you have to do when something happens, make phone calls, check on things, look at calendars, kind of work through those things. And my anxiety was very high. And then if you're like me, when you get to the point where you've done all the things you have to do, then you want to talk to that one person who helps you calm back down. And so I did. And like always, he was able to bring me back down, refocus me, help me to put things in perspective. And that really helped me get back on track. And then I had to tell my kids that we were staying home. For my son, that was no big deal. He loves being at home. So to tell him you don't have to go to school for the next 2 weeks, he was definitely on board with that. But for my daughter, who loves her teacher, loves her friends, has awesome friends, is in a great class, she was devastated. And to top everything off, she was student of the week that coming week. She had already picked out her things that she was taking to school. She was so excited. And when I told her she had to stay home, I literally watched my child's heart break right in front of me. And in that moment, I was sitting there and I was holding her. And I love conscious discipline, and we share conscious discipline things all the time. In that moment, the conscious discipline language that we have been working on with our teachers really popped into my mind. And I just kept telling her the things that I try to tell my kids when they're upset. I tell them to breathe. Breathe with me. We breathe, we calm down. And then I tell them things like, this is hard. It is hard. You don't want to be at home. You wanted to go to school. You want to be student of the week. And this is hard. Because if I say something to her like, you're fine, it's fine, stop crying, can't control it, just stop crying and move on, it's fine. That does not help her problem. And the person earlier that I called because I needed to be comforted didn't say that to me either. What did he tell me? He talked me through it. All right, here's what you need to do. Here's how we need to handle this. He didn't tell me I was fine because I wasn't fine. And if I'd have looked at my 9-year-old and said, you're fine, it's fine, don't cry, then I was doing something to her that was not helpful. And I've been thinking about that a lot in the last few days. And especially tonight. I don't know why, I just couldn't get out of my head. So I decided to come on and talk to all of you about it. It's really important right now in this period of time that we're in that we remember that our children have really big feelings and we have really big feelings. And so first we need to own our own upset and whatever's going on, whether it's someone in your family's been diagnosed with COVID, someone that you love, somebody that you're friends with, whether it's just you're overwhelmed and stressed by just every extra step that we have to take in the day, the extra hand washing, all the, it takes longer to go to the grocery store. Or if you're like a lot of people, you get all the way to the door and you have to turn around and go back to your car because you forgot to grab your mask that you sent in the car. We all do that. It happens a lot. I would say 3 out of 5 days, I walk to my car after my babysitter arrives and I turn around and I come back in the house because I didn't grab my mask. So these things happen. We all have added stress right now. And then to top it off, like I said earlier, some of us are being told at various times that we have to stay home. And we're doing that to keep our community safe. And so absolutely, my kids and I, we've stayed home. We haven't gone anywhere in almost 2 weeks now. And we're doing that to keep our community safe. And when you're asked to do that, it's to keep the community safe. And so we do that, but it's still hard. And just because we know realistically why we're doing it, it doesn't make it any easier. And we need to remember that as we're emotionally struggling through all of that, our children are as well. And so what I wanted to encourage all of you and remind you to do is to allow your children to be upset when they're upset, to give them the words that they don't have. So by saying things like, you're sad, you really wanted to be student of the week, you were so excited to go to school and be with your friends, but now we have to stay home and that is hard and you're upset and you're hurt and that's okay. We need to tell them that. Give them the words that they might not have for what they're feeling, and then tell them it's okay to feel that way. And then what I say with my kids is, I always remind them, we are safe and we can handle it. And then I tell them, you can do hard things. And then I ask them to say that with me. So we say it together as a family a lot. I am safe, I can handle it, and I can do hard things. And we say that to ourselves a lot because it's important for our kids to remember that we can do it. Not because it's easy, but because we can do hard things. So what I wanted to encourage you to do in my 10-minute conversation with you tonight is to remember that right now in this difficult time that we're in, we can do hard things. So what you need to do is what we always do with our preschoolers at Head Start is to remind them that to be a star. And what being a star is to stop, take a deep breath, and relax. And we do that to calm our body so that we can handle the hard things that come in our way. So anytime in the next several months or even in the next couple of days, as things come your way that are hard in this difficult time, I'm asking all of you parents, first and foremost, for you to be a star. All right, so you're gonna stop. And before you say anything or deal with anything, I want you to just take a deep breath. And then tell yourself, I am safe, I can handle it, and I can do hard things. I hope you all have a great day tomorrow. I probably won't post this till tomorrow, but it's like 11 o'clock at night. Like I said, this was going through my head and I couldn't sleep. So I hope that this brings you some comfort and a good reminder to all of you that you can handle it and you can do hard things. I'm wishing all of you well, and I hope you have a great day.